First of all, thank you for the opportunity being here. And my name is Christos Golias. I'm from originally Greek, but I work in Germany with a company called Tarox AG. This company exists since 1993. I'm with this company since 23 years now. I'm going to my 24th year. I'm a CSO, which is the chief of a sales organization, and I have a responsibility for all what is revenue in our company. So I have the business development, the business enabling, and the turnover in my hands. This is the role I have. Today, Tarox is a company which is doing business in the IT environment, but I think you probably have some detailed questions and I can answer to this as well. Primarily, we have resellers buying from us, so system houses, value-added resellers or ISVs buying from Tarox. These are the customers we have today. We have a small growing part of the business, which is an end-user business, commercial end-user business, driven by a platform we drive, which is futurex.de, but it's not a part of the core Tarox business. Actually, we are still with the resellers, with the system houses, all the customers who need a value add to the products. They are buying from customers, they add value and they're reselling to a commercial end user. Well, I don't know if it's secret, but I would say it's like more than 5,000 customers buying on a yearly basis from Tarox. With 30 years of existence, we have in a database, I guess, 30,000, 35,000 customers. We have DACH, which is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Mainly Germany in this DACH region. They have some customers at the borders of Germany, such as Holland, Belgium, some French customers, but mainly, or I would say 90% of our business is happening in German-speaking region. Well, let me answer differently. Probably it's very important. Let's say it's a clear yes, it's a very important business. Why is it? I think we have the situation that platform-based business, managed service business will be the future of our business, of any kind of IT distributor. Platforms have gravity that can attire customers to come with us, and they will be with us at the moment you have a technology providing solution, a resource saving solution. This is why subscription business or business that's occurring, it's remaining, and it's coming back. And any kind of distribution in the market will be in the future based on a platform and on a subscription business. Microsoft is the first one I have to mention, and I want to mention. This is the most important one today for Tarox. Second one is Acronis. Third one is Veeam. These are the main three players for Tarox today. We have VMware as well. We have some other smaller players. We do some backup to the cloud with Impossible Cloud, which is a smaller partner in Germany, but very important, I think, internationally wise. So the bandwidth of vendors we have is growing on the monthly base, I would say, and it's a good business. So the growth is the fastest growing inside the company of Tarox is the MSP growing and the vendor base growing on the subscription business. Oh, of course. So the subscription business is growing very, very fast. It's at the double-digit number and a higher 50%. Even if we're talking about 2025, we did a real big growth there. And it is still growing very fast. In generally spoken, the German market, the MSP and the subscription business is growing faster than the general IT business. If there is a growth in IT business of 7%, 6 to 7% in the German market, the MSP growth is like between 15 and 25%. So it's 3 or 4 times bigger than the standard business. That's why it's a natural growth, organic growth. And of course, you need to find new customers who are willing to go into the subscription business. So resellers willing to do subscription more than they did before. Yes, it's substantially the most important part of the business to have the good support of your vendor. If your vendor is working with you well, you can grow with him. If he's changing circumstances, we know some situation where we have changed circumstances from one day to another, the business is getting difficult. And we all want good business. We all don't want complicated business, complex business. It's too complicated for us, it's too complicated for our customers, for the resellers we're working with. That's why a vendor and his policy and his strategy inside the subscription policy is very important. To keep it sustainable, to have a good pricing stability, having a good access to the product, to have a good API policy, these are keys to have a good subscription business running. Well, it's turnover, it's margin, and it is customer growth. These are the most important KPIs we have, and we need to follow them every day on a daily basis to see where we are. So, well, the best would be to have a good tactic of finding the right customer at the right time, which doesn't work always. So actually we have a customer strategy with spreading out, reaching out to grab customers wherever it's possible. We want to have an IT reseller. We have identified more or less which should be his specializations. For example, a Microsoft certified partner or VMware certified. So we try to find out through his website who this customer might be, who this reseller might be. We put him in our CRM list, and then we try to reach out to get this customer. Generally spoken, we are on many platforms and we are on many platforms active. So our products are seamless and reachable for every reseller in Germany. So we have customers we don't want. At the same time, we've got customers we want. So we have to find out how we can get there to increase the quality of customers we have and going hand in hand with the quantity of customers we get. So we don't have a quantity problem yet. We will still grow on quantity. We want to have the right customer at the right time, at the right place. This is the key. And this is why we're working on some CRM tools, getting the right information about customers, buying data, addresses, knowing the right profile of customers. If we buy them, we got them, and then we try to get those customers. Some of them, so I would say like 50% of our leads are inbound through our activity, and the other 50% are outbound. Well, it's a 60-40, 50-50, changes sometimes, it varies, but it's like there, yes. Yes, well, we have probably 2 or 3 strategic items. One of them is to stay a Microsoft partner in the environment we have today as a CSP partner of Microsoft. We want to reach those goals. We will reach those goals, which is good. So we did a lot to get there. We want to go into the AI environment. So we will start with an AI activity and some AI products we're launching probably in April this year. So we have some good partnerships to be done there. And I think these are the 2 main strategic goals we have for this year. And of course, we want to grow in all the segments we do. We started 2.5 years ago with a video security department. So we have a partner which is doing only cameras and entrance systems and entry systems. This is a growing department, the segment for Tarox. We have a security department, which is a business unit doing just security. They still grow, but I think we want to have them even faster in their growth. But the strategic goals would be to grow on turnover with Microsoft, and to create a new business unit on AI. This would be this is a good question. First of all, let me think about what was the universe before Infiterra. We had a German partner who was responsible. We had a platform already, and he was driving our platform for our subscription business, but it was very, very handmade. So we had a lot of non-automatic processes, which were hard to achieve. So we had to do a lot of work before the day and the end of the day to run the business. We knew that we have to get the next level to be more competitive, and of course to be more resource intensive by using your products. You gave us a chance to understand how we can be faster, better, and higher, and that's what we did. And we checked not only you and Infiterra, we checked some other companies before, and we found out that you had the best key for us to achieve our automatization goals and, of course, the growth goals. So we had subscription, but it wasn't far away from that what is today and on turnover and in numbers. We had it with a handmade platform business. It was okay for the time, but it was not recent anymore when we started with Infiterra. That's why we changed into Infiterra. And what we had to do was to become a platform for all of our resellers we have today, which wasn't that the case 5 years ago. You know, the beauty of your platform, the beauty of our business subscription are the obviously easy things, but they're not that easy. For example, to have an automated price list for our customers is easy, right? But for you, for Infiterra, but not for everybody. So this was one of the keys we needed to have an automated price list and then automated invoicing for our customers. So very easy and understandable for every customer is using it, but very hard to realize if you don't have the right platform. The introduction of other vendors into your platform. You have a service manager, a good one. with this service manager, it's easier to introduce new vendors in our platform, and it's not that hard that it was before. So you have kind of this two advantages. Sounds very easy, are very hard to realize, but they're giving you the opportunity to be better than you are today. This is kind of the thing I have in mind if I talk about Infiterra and somebody's asking me, what's about Infiterra? What's so good? So price list, invoicing, and service manager. I think there's a good answer if I take a little bit more historical data into this. We have a good team, we have a good sales team. So actually, my first thing I was always saying is we're selling a digital product. It's a click and buy product, the subscription product, right? But it isn't. We have to do a lot of analog work behind it to get the customer there to be a click and buy customer. So we have a team to do the onboarding, talking to the customer, understand his needs, create needs where there are no needs for customers. So this is kind of the sales part. We have some people in our teams, we call them focus sales, where they are consultants, they're doing all that part of the business, explaining Infiterra, the platform, to our customers and finding out what their needs are. And as good as they get individual into their needs, and then they create environment for customer where the customer feels good. So while we were creating Infiterra, we had those people saying, okay, Christos, if we have a new platform, we need a service manager, we need an automated price list, we need that and that and that. And we added all those things we needed for our price list and for the platform into this new platform with Infiterra. This was the key to success, and it gave us a growth we haven't had before. So the growth was already good, but then we started to explode on figures. So that's why we will get into these goals which are given to us from some vendors, for example, because we have a platform which is very adapted to the needs of the customers, very adapted to the needs of my team. They said we need to have this and that inside this platform, and that is a good environment where you can grow. That's why I needed longer to give you a better answer, I guess. Yeah, well, okay, this is, we checked 3 potential partners in that situation where we decided who will be the next partner for our growth for the next step. What we understood while we were talking to some other partners, and then you were the last on the list to talk to, not the last on the list on priority. What we did, we came to you and we talked to your guys and we talked to Vasilis and some real bright guys in your team. And we had the feeling from the first moment there was someone who understood our needs. And he could explain to us what we wanted to get explained. And we could explain and felt understood, and that's what we were saying. And we had, I think, we drawed a board of like 3 meters and 5 meters, and we had all the solutions drawn by Vasilis and some other people, and not just to mention Vasilis, and from our side. And from the first moment, we felt understood in all our pain points, all our needs, and all our future views on the business. Exceptionally good was your relationship with Microsoft in that case. We had a feeling that there was somebody talking to us who had a very good relationship to Microsoft, and he knew what would happen in the next 5 years. This was a feeling, and not only feeling, in the end we knew that you had a very good relationship with Microsoft and gave us that feedback. But one thing, if it stood out, is the passion. Your passion on that business and the platform was outstanding. I talked to many people, we had some talks with some other people, but the passionate discussions we had with you, we had with no other. So beside the technical part and the platform part and the technical solution part, there was some passionate behind it saying, okay, we're gonna make it. It's gonna be hard, but we're gonna make it. Let's grab it, let's do it. And it won't be easy from the first moment, but we will get there. And there was always a feeling we had with you while we were working with you. Not everything was shiny from the second one, okay? But we had that impression that you were willing and passionate about what you're doing and where you wanted to get us. What we can see is that the subscription business within Tarox is growing very fast, and it's taking, like at the very beginning, like when we started 6-7 years ago, we had like 1% part of the turnover. Now we're like 14 to 15%. So we have a very fast growth. It's possible because we did that switch with you. It's easier to be sold to our customers and easier to win customers with your platform than it was before. So we have an easier approach. We convinced not only the sales team of the Infiterra platform team or for Tarox Pro Portal, we convinced the entire company. So all sales is now working on the platform because it's good business for us. So they have a good impression, they have a good, they're getting passionate too to get to those customers and having that business done. So we have a better understanding for subscription business for the entire company. We have a specialist who are doing a great job because they know they're working on a reliable platform. We have no complaints. We had many complaints with a handmade platform. No, we have no complaints. We have some kind of smaller complaints, but not those general one, is your platform working or not? We have, of course, some things always can be better and we're improving them. But this is the key, that the business on platform is get it accepted by the entire Tarox company, from the CEO through the CSO down to the I don't want to see something called politically correct, but it's to the cleaning woman. So everybody is believing into this platform business because we know its future. So the marketplace experience is, it became, from the day we started with you, it became more mature and more professional for our customers. So it's still click and buy, but it's more than this. So we have we made it more convenient for our customers, so they can do their own test license, for example. They can do before. They can click on the test license. They can keep it for 72 hours. They can erase it then if they don't need it, or they can turn it into a contract. All through the platform, not anymore by any hand manipulation given by somebody inside our organization. This is making our environment very, very professional, very, very tangible for customers, saying, hey, I just log in. They can, of course, they can order the license on the weekend, which is, it's normal, but again, the easy things are the important ones, not the complicated one. And if the customer feels on our platform at home, because he has all his mandatories and all his customers and all his tenants with us, he feels like, so well, I'm in good hands. We have a 99.999% runtime, so we have no failover in any kind of situation. This gives the customer the good feeling that he is in good hands. You are giving us a good, reliable base, and we're giving this to our customers, and the entire look and feel, the CI, everything is very, very professional now, and the people feel quite home at now on platform, which is the best compliment I give to us and to you. Oh yes, of course, yeah, 100% yes. It's we wanted to do the switch to be more competitive, and we overfilled those goals till now. So we are. I still say, and I have a lot of conversations with customers, today you're working with the best platform you can have for money in this entire world. There are many, but on the top level, like 3 or 4, you're the best. And I can compare. So I've seen some other platforms and I know you're the best. So it makes us stronger and it makes us better in the environment with our customers, and we can work with you and our customers can work with you. So this is really good. So it's not because I know you, I know that you have the best platform at this moment, and they have to keep it, you have to keep up. So I know that you did a lot of things strategically behind the scenes to be there and to stay there. So keep on and let us be the best in the world. Though you are a Greek team, you're international, which is good. So you're probably more international than our team in Germany. So it gives us a good relationship. It was from the very beginning. We can exchange, we can talk openly about challenges we have together. We see that you work on some challenges. Some of them are technically, they're probably sometimes a little slower. Some of them are just pure commerce. They're going very fast. But the collaboration with you guys is quite good. So we have, I can give you a good degree on saying you're working with us together, and anything we touch together, it has a result. The open ears and the open mind for new ideas. This is what I value most. So I can come to you with an idea. You would think about it, you would give me an answer. You know my sayings, even a no is an answer. No answer is no answer. So this is why I appreciate to have people with me talking to me very directly, saying, okay, this is a good idea, Chris, but we cannot realize it. So we have those discussions with some of you guys. And we have some discussions there, oh, this is a great idea, we're gonna work on it, but it's gonna take you like 16, 18 months to be realized. Do we have this time? So this kind of conversation I love a lot, having people being very clear, very straight on their views on what market and realization time is. And I think this is what I value most. I can always talk to you. If you don't understand your customer needs, and if we are distributor reality, we have customer needs. If you don't understand, it's a problem. If you don't anticipate, it's even a bigger problem. So you need to have an ear in the market what's going on with the vendors. If you need probably 3 ears. One ear you have to have with the distributor, 1 ear you have to have with the vendors, and the third ear you have to have with the market, the needs of the market. So you have to have the complete overview of what's going on in the market. It's crucial. If you don't understand the base, you won't get the fruits of the if you don't understand the roots, you won't get the fruits of the tree. If there is a friend, and they have some friend in distribution, I would say try to find out what is the demand of your customers. Are you aligned with your customers, in line with your customers? Do you understand their needs? And if you understand them, you will have to go further or earlier. You have to go with the subscription business. And if you need a platform, talk to some people who understand platform business. Those who have a complete understanding of a customer need in terms of if the customer doesn't need just a license, but more than a license, just like trainings, just like deep dives into customers, those will be the customers who are interesting, and these are the customers who typically would fit into a Tarox environment. So the customers who needs more than just a license. We know that licensing business is not paying off. It's too small margins in total, so that we have to create environments where the license is a crucial part of their business environment, but not the only one. If you just sell licenses, there are far better customers, far better platforms who could sell always cheaper than you do. What you have to do, have the right price point, the right technical point, and the right transfer of technology inside the environment customer needs. This is the key. These are the customers we're looking for. These are the customers who will have a future. Those who understand the technical challenge of their end customer, and they combined with the right license model. You are top of the list. That's why I would recommend you. You have the best platform at the moment. That's my understanding. Probably I'm too close to you to say that, but we had some comparisons in the past. We've seen some other competitors. You have the best understanding, and one of the most important vendors inside the subscription business is Microsoft. You understand the best or better than all the others, probably Microsoft and Microsoft environment. That's why you're a good recommendation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.